just to introduce myself and my colleagues. My name is John. This is Enoch and Desmond. Basically, myself and Enoch, we train the animals here. We're the big cat handlers. We work with tigers, we work with cheetahs, and we work with lions. Okay. You'll see Enoch will go into his enclosure with me. Basically, he's my backup. Should I get into trouble while I'm inside here, this man's the only person brave enough or stupid enough to pull me out. His backup is right here. You'll see Desmond. Inside this bucket is a piece of meat. And the idea is, should we get into trouble while we're inside there, they're going to throw the meat over and hopefully the tigers eat the meat and not me. Alright. Now, do you guys think it's important for a place like this to take an animal and train it? Do you think it's important? Why?
Education.
Education? To provide a show for you so you can
spend more money.
Be aware that there are only 157 Siberian tigers left in the world.
Oh wow.
Sure. But you can get there from a circus. What else? What about maybe if they are sick, maybe, and they need to be medicated on a daily basis? Don't you think there should be someone who can actually go inside there and look after them properly? Yeah. Yes, but not just that. Hopefully after this you'll understand how important a training scheme is actually in a place like this, alright? One thing we need to understand from the beginning is I will never take a lion or a tiger and teach them to sit, roll over, play dead or ride bicycles. If you want to see that, be my guest, go to the circus, they'll show you how that happens there using their whips. What happens is from time to time we need to go into enclosures, we need to remove cubs from their parents, and we need to raise those cubs ourselves. Why do we have to do this? Had we not interfered in those cases, those cubs would have died. The only time we'll ever take a baby away from mom and dad is maybe A, mom has rejected the cubs, B, dad tries to kill the cubs, C, mom might have died during labor or something may have happened to mom, and D, during harsh climatic conditions. So if it's very, very cold and we're afraid we're going to lose them to the elements, or if it's raining too much and we're afraid they're going to drown, they'll go in, they'll take the babies away, they'll bring them up to the creche, and myself and Ray will raise those babies. The problem with doing this is you can never take those animals when they're fully grown or when they're older and put them back into the wild. Neither can you put them in an enclosure with wild animals. In the 20 years I've been working with cheetahs, the 15 years I've been working with lions, and the 4 years I've been working with tigers, there's two things that myself nor no other person has been able to teach a hand-reared cat. Firstly, fear man after man has raised them. Secondly, fear other predators. So let's not use these guys as an example, because obviously tigers are not from Africa. Let's use Eddie the cheetah. So now we had to take Eddie now, and we decided to put him in a big camp with the other cheetahs who you saw fed earlier on. Those cheetahs, being wild animals, will kill him because of competition for food and competition for mating rights. A different scenario altogether. Let's say Eddie does manage to escape from those cheetahs and get out of the game reserve. He will approach the farmers in the surrounding areas thinking that man's his friend because man raised him. And what do you think those farmers are going to do to him?
Shoot him.
Why?
Fear.
Because he's afraid that he's going to start living off his game. So the unfortunate part of taking any animal and raising them yourself, whether it be a tiger or a meerkat, is that you need to keep that animal in an enclosure to protect the animal. But just because they're staying in an enclosure does not mean they cannot do some of the stuff that they would be doing in the wild. Because they're staying in enclosures, it doesn't mean they cannot do the stuff that they are genetically designed to do. And that's where me and Enoch come in. We teach these animals to climb, we teach them how to jump, we help them with their balance, we teach them how to use their claws. And I've even gone so far as to take a lion that was rejected, that I hand-reared, and then from there teach that lion to hunt for his own food. It took me 7 years. But today you can go see that lion living by Mambula Lodge hunting for himself. Now you might be standing here saying, all right, John, we understand what you're trying to tell us, but why is this important? And I'll answer that question by asking you guys 4 questions. Do you think that this tiger has to hunt for his food?
No.
No? Do you think that he has to maintain or establish a territory?
No.
Do you think he has to go look for a girlfriend? So what else does he have left to do? He will become lazy, he will become fat, and if you do not do something about that, he will eventually die of a heart complication. Guys, you've all seen it. You've been to these zoos throughout the world. What do you see there? Big fat lions and tigers that do nothing but lie in the shade the whole day. I'll give you an example of this. Who's been to the zoo at Hartbeespoort Dam?
Yeah.
Right, you guys seen the lion? Guys, there's a Kalahari lion there. A Kalahari lion has got longer limbs than other lions because of the Kalahari sand. That when he stands up, his stomach is touching the floor. How long is he going to live for? Well, guess what? We all saw the extract on Carte Blanche. For once, Nature Conservation has done something good, and they've decided to close that zoo down. I think they deserve a hand clap for that. If you've ever been there, you'll understand. Alright folks, what we're going to do today, we're going to go inside here. I'm going to show you my unique training method. This method allows me to go inside here without a weapon. Alright? From there, I'm going to make them climb and jump. Before that, I'm going to show you just how big these tigers can be. Then I'm going to make them climb and jump and work on their balance. Then we're going down to the water where we're going to be swimming.